Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, Matt with Green Bar Trading. I hope everyone is having the best Labor Day weekend, a nice long weekend to spend with friends and family, maybe some time away from the markets, enjoying life, right? There's life outside of the stock market and there's life outside of day trading. You have to find a good balance between, the stock market, which can be very stressful at times, and also your personal life. You want to balance your life out. You don't want to be all into, one thing and then neglect another thing. So that's my little, piece of green bar trading advice for today. So anyway, we're going to dive into the markets. I have 3 nice looking setups for stocks that I'm adding to my watch list. Now, I have a growing watch list that I started about 2 weeks ago, and we've been absolutely killing it. Really, really good. Now, a lot of that has to do with the overall market, right? I've been saying this, if you watched me for a while, I've been saying this, all the time. If you have the market at your back, the odds of the setups working are that much greater. So I always like to take the market, context into, play before I get involved one way or the other. Now, that being said, though, while I think, and I'm not alone in thinking this, that the market needs a pullback, the more people that say that, the greater the chance that the market is actually going to keep going up. I know that type of thinking is contrarian and a little bit different, but that's the way you have to think in the stock market. You want to be doing things that others aren't. So you want to be buying when others are fearful. You want to be selling when everybody is bullish. So right now, everybody is expecting a pullback, a correction. You hear it everywhere. Well, history has told me that the more people that are bearish, right, the stock market can keep going higher. Now, I'm not saying people are bearish. Obviously, we're in the greatest bull market that I have ever seen in my entire life. Now, it's obviously bullish, but more and more people are on the sidelines saying, hey, guys, we need a pullback. I'm not getting involved until there's a pullback. Well, if you used that reasoning for the last year, we haven't seen a 5% pullback in over a year now. So you would be missing out on the entire year. So, it's not good to always be trading thinking that a correction is going to happen. You're going to miss out. So that being said, I do like to take the overall market into, my plays. So before I'm trading, I do like to take the whole market into account before I get long or short anything. Now, you can always, take certain trades and go long. If you think the market's going to go down, you can still do your moves. Just monitor the market, maybe get in at these high levels with a little bit less risk than you would normally take a long position. And, I think that we can't gloss over the fact that for the last 4 months, on the 17th or the 18th of every month, there has been a pullback. Go look at the charts. You can see for yourself on the 17th, I think the last 3 or 4 months, we have seen like a 2%, 3% pullback in the market. And it always corrects within a day or two. really good opportunities to dip buy. So, keep that in mind too. We still have about, 10 or 11 days before that day. So, this is also a short week. We only have 4 trading days. So let's get into looking at the overall market. Now I'm going to start with the NQ. This is the Nasdaq Futures. I have posted this at least for the last week. We are riding this top of the channel here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For the last 6 days, we are riding the top of this channel, including today. So you might be asking yourself, why are the futures moving when the market is closed? Well, the futures market does not close on a US holiday. So this opened last night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The futures market opened. So you can see here the S&P 500 is up pretty big. The Nasdaq is up pretty big, futures. So going into tomorrow, keep that in mind. But we are right at the top of this channel. So if I was going to be taking any long positions on any tech stocks, seeing that when we did get to the top, we have pulled back in the past, I might take it on less share size. I might take it on less risk, but I'm not going to avoid taking a trade. Like I said, if you're constantly waiting for a correction, you will definitely miss out. But you do have to be aware we are, definitely due for a bit of a pullback. Even a little bit of a pullback. There's got to be something, that would make investors feel a little more confident to get long. So then we have the ES, and I'm just going to look at this from a 1 hour point of view. You can see here that the S&P 500 likes to consolidate for about a week, make a breakout, consolidate for a week, and then are we making a breakout? The futures are up. It's definitely possible. So if we look at the SPY, same thing. We consolidate, break out, consolidate on the Qs. Now this one's a funny one. If you look at this, we consolidated, broke out, and now we're consolidating again between this very tight area. Look at this fake out. And by the way, this just so happened to happen on the 18th of August, which is very funny that it happened on the same day. So the market was consolidating. It sold off. The weak hands at the table got out, and the market has gone up like a rocket ship. This right here is one of the biggest fake outs that I have ever seen. You have price consolidating and then breaking below this key level to only go higher. Now, if this is not a liquidity trap for all the computer algorithms, for the huge trading firms to pick up all our shares that we sold, retail gets scared out, the computers come in and scoop up all the stocks at a cheap price. Now, hopefully retail was also buying the dip. I do think a lot of retail traders have been buying the dip. Don't get me wrong. I know for a fact that we are buying the dip. But this just goes to show breaking a key technical area only to rocket to new highs in 2 days after that. You want to talk about a bullish market? This is absolutely incredible. So anyway, we consolidate, break out, and now we're consolidating. Will we break out or will we come back down? Well, these are the key levels that we're watching. Right here, I would say 378, just because that was the low a week ago. So if this breaks, then I would say, well, you know what? It could be a fake out like it was before. So, it's really anybody's guess. But this is consolidating nice and tight. This is the obvious level right here that there is more sellers than buyers. Let's see what we get. Maybe the market needs a little bit of a pullback to get investors to want to go long. It's tough to buy at all-time highs here. Investors and day traders, we like to get better deals. That's why you see when price comes up to a certain area, it comes back down, goes up, comes back down, goes up, comes back down, because there's not enough buyers. There's just more sellers up here. So anyway, that's all the markets. Now, just going back to the ES for a second, I opened up the platform and I saw, right now, I saw at this area a perfect opportunity. So that's exactly what I did. I saw an opportunity to go long right, if it shows my trade. Okay. So we had a very clear level here that was not being broken out from. But I noticed that we were making higher lows. So I took a contract long as I sat down, to film my video. I took a contract long for the break of this level and made a quick $50, while I was making this video, which is very nice. It's nice to grab a quick $50 bill. So whenever I see a setup, it's very, very tough to not take it, because this was so clear to me. And I saw on level 2, on the ask, I saw that level was just going down very, very fast. It was at 200, 100, 60, 40. I just jumped in really quick. It went up about 4 ticks, took my profit, like you see, in the same minute. So that's a 1 minute $50 trade right there, just by having key levels and reading level 2. So that was a nice little gain right there. But anyway, getting back to my picks for this week. So let's just go over to the first one, PayPal. I really, really like this one. This stock is definitely taking advantage of, and I'm just going to go to the 1 hour. This is taking advantage of the buy now, pay later, processing, payment processing that a lot of companies are getting involved with. So AFRM is one of those type of stocks. They partnered with Amazon. Square is involved in this, and this is the future. This could be hurting credit cards, Visa, MasterCard. They can really be getting hurt by this new form of, credit for people that want to, buy something and then pay for it in like 4 payments. And I think AFRM also works with Peloton to offer, very low or none, like 0 interest for a certain amount of months. And I think that's what Walmart is also doing it now. But PayPal, they are very much into that. And, I think I see a really nice setup. If we look at this on the daily chart, we have a very obvious uptrend, and it's respecting that trend line very well. We also have a very clear area of resistance at the 310 area. So this is something, and let me just put this on, because if memory serves correct, it was bouncing off the 50. Okay, yep. Right here, this line here is the 50 moving average. So we got the break of the 50, we got the retest of the 50, and now we broke above the 50 and we closed above the 50. So this is a very clear key level that I would be watching, is the 50 moving average at 287. If that holds and we break out to new highs, the first point would be 292 we would like to see broken, and then you have the gap fill up to the 300 area, and then you have all-time highs. You will see resistance around this area. Now, you know, taking a trade, if you want to get in now, you could always set your price target to around this area, you know, because you're going to be coming into resistance. That's the way that I set up a lot of my trades. If I want to swing trade something, I'll take a position and then take it off, because I could always get back in if price comes back down, and then get in for the breakout. So this is looking good. We have, you know, 20 points or so up to all-time highs. I also have a firm on here. This one, from a technical point of view, okay, they have earnings on, I think it is, let me see here, 9/9, which is Thursday. So we have 90 and 100 right here. You have a gap fill down to 70. So if it breaks down under 90, that's where I would take puts. If it breaks 100, I would be taking calls, and, you know, all-time highs is way up here. This is a very hot stock. It is a stock that is definitely going to be doing very well, but they do have earnings. Around earnings, price can move all over the place, which can just totally destroy this entire play. So you have to really be aware, if a company that you're looking to get into has earnings, you're taking a major risk until it sorts itself out, like CrowdStrike did. And this is one that I really, really like. In our Discord, we were calling it out for the bounce of 270. So we had earnings, we sold off to 270 and had a beautiful bounce off what was very clear resistance that turned into support. So I really like CrowdStrike. Now, you know, we have up to 290 to make all-time highs. This could be setting up for a very nice breakout, but the overall tech market is going to play a big part in this type of trade. So do monitor that. And then we have Shopify. Let me just take a look at this here. So you can see we have a very clear area around 1600 that price cannot break. This is the daily chart. You can see these wicks on these days. It goes up and gets shot right back down. Over 1600, this is looking beautiful to make new highs all time. 1700 is really, you know, within reach, but you have to see the break of 1600 first. if we get up there, because we are definitely, you know, made a very, very nice move here. We have an uptrend. It's, you know, respecting this trend line really well. We're coming into a flat top potential breakout. So right here is a potential breakout to 1700 after we break all-time highs. Or if we get rejected really hard, maybe the market goes against us, we can see 1600, you know, acting as that resistance again. So Shopify, we have Affirm, PayPal, CrowdStrike. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to throw another one in here, one right here. So this company is a very interesting company. They make a lot of anti-aging type of medical device equipment for, you know, minimal invasive type of procedures. I think they're based in Israel, if I'm, you know, check for yourself, but I'm pretty sure that's where the company is from. And they do a lot of their business in the States. This is set up with a very nice flat top breakout potential here. And, you know, when you get into that blue sky territory of all-time highs on, you know, something like this, 150 would be a next clear area, a nice target. So, you know, and this company has been doing really, really well. So I like this one to wrap up my 5 stocks. So we have Affirm, Shopify, INMD, PayPal, and CrowdStrike. Those are 5 stocks, you know, 4 of which have been added to my watch list. CrowdStrike was already there. All the other ones are looking good too. So, you know, we'll have to wait and see about, you know, this week and the overall market. You have to be aware of where the overall market is going. So I also wanted to show you guys over on Discord. I posted them all yesterday for all the members that are in our Discord. It's free to join, totally free. And, you know, also you could follow me on Twitter at Mr. Greenbar. Over on Twitter, I post this type of stuff as well. But I posted the stocks that I really, really like right here going into this week. And, you know, every single morning, I'm posting our key levels in the market. So on the SPY, on the Qs, and on the S&P 500 futures, and as well as a daily preview. Now, also, for this coming week, we have the economic calendar, nothing scheduled for tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, you have the beige book, okay? This is basically the all the heads of the Fed from the different states, Federal Reserves. They release the findings of the economy, what they see, what they do, what they say. So that's at 2 o'clock on Wednesday. I don't expect anything, you know, really out of any of this. We already got a lot of the Fed, you know, last week, the week before that. So I'm not really too concerned. And then we just have the PPI on Friday and some of this jobless claims on Thursday. You know, nothing too crazy this week. So that's the kind of stuff that I also post on our Discord. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content, enjoyed the watch list. Maybe one of these stocks is jumping out at you as well. You know, so hit the thumbs up if you did enjoy it. And I hope everyone is having an amazing Labor Day weekend. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow morning. Take care, everyone.